Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to my booktube channel about books and reading and stuff. In this video I want to look at a tag. I want to look at the last 10 books tag. This is a tag put out a long time ago by Marc Nash. His video came out in March 2018. I saw this tag recently revived by Roz at Scallydandling about the books, and I thought I'd give it a go. There are 10 questions. The first question is, which is the last book you didn't finish? Well, it's this one, The First Man by Albert Camus. I started it and then I got distracted by other books and I didn't get back to this, and at the end of December I decided to put it with my DNFs. I might come back to this sometime when I'm more in the mood for Camus. I do like Camus. I particularly love The Outsider, L'Étranger by Camus. So this is the last book I DNF'd. Question 2. What's the last book you reread? I'm not a great one for rereading books, but I'm currently rereading Great Expectations. This is because I'm teaching it to some English students. I'm reading a simplified version this time for the students, and I'm enjoying the story again. It's one of my favourite Charles Dickens novels. Question number 3. What was the last book you bought? Well, I've just come off the Amazon website where I bought Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo because I saw it was on special offer. It was $2.99 for the Kindle version, so I snapped that up. I heard that Stephen King rated this as one of the best mystery novels in years, and if Stephen King recommends it, that's enough for me. Question number 4. The last book you said you read but you didn't. Confession time here. No logo, Naomi, Klein. I read half of this book, at least half this book, and I flicked through the rest. I said I finished it for my Goodreads total to hit the 50 that I needed for last year. I haven't read the last few chapters. Question 5. The last book you wrote in the margins of. Interesting question. I'm currently reading Anna Karenina and I'm making some notes in it. Actually, it's not so much making notes as just underlining a few things in pencil. I underlined this line about 2 gay young fellows were out driving for my last video, and I underline other things which catch my eye. Question 6. The last book you had signed. I'm not a great one for having signed books. The last book I got signed was maybe 15 years ago. I queued up in Waterstones in Worcester to get Terry Pratchett to sign a book for my mother. I can't remember which of his books it was, and sadly neither my mother nor Terry Pratchett are around today. Question 7 and question 8. What was the last book you lost, and what was the last book you had to replace? This will be the same answer. This one, Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Emma got me a copy of The Handmaid's Tale back from America, but then somebody connected to BookSwap wanted to borrow it, and I lent it to them, and I never got it back, and I can't remember who I lent it to now. So when I saw it again in Biblos, I decided I had to get myself another copy because I might want to reread it sometime. Question 9. What was the last book you had an argument over? I can't remember arguing over books. Question 10. What was the last book you couldn't get hold of? This isn't so much a book, more an author. I wanted to read something by Elizabeth Gaskell, and I went to my local branch of Biblocy, but they didn't have any Elizabeth Gaskell. They have a lot of classics, they have a lot of Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, but unfortunately they had nothing by Elizabeth Gaskell. I'm not tagging anyone specifically for this tag. If you want to do it, please go ahead, feel free. I'll be interested to see what you make of it. If you want to see the original video, I'll link to Marc Nash's video in the show notes below. And I will see you on the next video.